Alright, got the other tires on the front of this thing. They do rub a little bit. Let's see here. This one's rubbing just a hair up in here. Well, it's not really rubbing on this side much, which I'm surprised because I figured it'd rub with my ass in there sitting. It's rubbing on this side here. I guess it's the inner fender plastic, I guess. Well, maybe not. It's rubbing up in there somewhere. It does look pretty good though. It looks good with white letters. I wish I could have got them for the back too. But y'all can't be winners. Can't really tell if it sits up any higher than what it did. It looks like it does a little bit. I could probably take this up on the mine, I guess. I could try it. Still getting lift kit though. Still getting lift kit. Hopefully it doesn't fail inspection because of these stickers in the windows. But it does rub a little. I could hear it. I was backing up. Wheels cut the way they are. It does. Rub a little. So, but I can drive it down the road. It's like it only rubs when you cut it hard, when you cut it sharp. Oh, fucking wipers. When you cut it hard to the right and back up is when it does it. So, I don't know. And all those lights went off in the dash except for I got the overdrive shut off. Check engine lights off. Traction control lights off. ABS light is off. Brake lights off. But as you can see, it's another shitty, rainy fucking Saturday. Instead of it being decent and, you know, sunshine and stuff, it's gonna be cold and rainy. But, well, I'm glad it's not snowing, so thinking about taking it up this one dirt road down here and seeing if it drags anywhere. I'm gonna bring no damn camera holder with me. Just last minute, just a spur of the moment thing. I still have to paint the wheels yet because they look like hell. Steering's still stiff, but it wasn't as stiff. It's still just as stiff as it was, so it doesn't matter. right, let's see what the hell happens. I mean, this road ain't near as bad as what the road is I got to go into the mine on, because this one doesn't have deep, thick mud on it. It doesn't have a high center, although it looks like it used to. It's actually not a bad road. When I was a kid, this son of a bitch was washed out all the time. We'd run up and down through here on our bikes. Of course, that stupid fucking battery light pops on and off. It's done that since I've owned the damn thing. I'm just going to turn around here. There's a hump right there I didn't drag on. This thing's got really stiff steering on it. I guess they put a groove in the road back there to get it drained through this half-ass ditch that they made. Somebody made. I guess Steve made that. Well, no, nevertheless, it's a ditch to get some fucking water off the road here. Well, maybe he didn't make it. I'd say he didn't. That was probably when whoever brought a plow in and plowed this up. I think it was my cousins did that, I believe. Because there's the fucking plow right there. That's probably theirs. They probably fucking left it here. Fuck it, we'll be back for it. They got equipment all over the fucking county sitting. Tractors and shit. It doesn't pull anywhere. I got my hand off the wheel. It pulls a little bit. I mean, it's not awful. It's not terrible. Like, it rides and runs pretty nice like it did before. Now I got to replace this tail light piece back here, this third brake light. And yes, I got a driveway hog here. Got me a driveway hog. Yeah, it's got a courtesy thing where the lights and the dash stay on after you turn the lights off. Now, the other car I had another option back here where you could do daytime runners, but this car doesn't have it. I don't know if you switch the switch. I don't know if that's all in the switch. I don't know. This has got all the nice courtesy lights on the floor, and up here it's got the big light and the map lights. Does it have the vanity lights? Well, this side don't have one. Not this side here. Does it have a vanity? Yes, it does. And no, it don't have no lights in it. Holy fucking shit. I forgot about that. The other one had vanity lights. So, I'm going to pull up and readjust here. Because driveway hog there, she has to hog the driveway. Driveway hog. Females just don't know how to park. It don't matter. She's all crooked. All right. Retract, seatbelts, retract. I don't know. It looks like they have bleh. Jesus Christ. I can't even talk today. It looks like they have the same clearance. It really does. But here lately the cop car has been dragging in the mud because of the weather and how deep the mud is down there. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to address that with a lift kit. I'm buying a lift kit for both fucking cars. Fuck it. I was going to keep the cop car down low, but doesn't look like I can do that. Huh, you crazy dog. Huh. What? What? And yes, I do bring him in at night to eat. And he stays in the house all night long. So don't everybody get their panties in a bunch. Oh God, every time I watch this video, there's that dog's out on the chain. That poor thing. Okay. Someone needs to call the Humane Society on him. Yeah, whatever. All right, everybody. Getting a little thick. It's time for a trim. It's getting, I don't know. I might just let the son of a bitch just grow and say fuck it. Who cares? But I can tell you, if any of you is watching the fucking news, at all this past week, the Democrats are at it again. Now, sit and think about this for a minute. All these protesters, I'm going to tell you now whether you want to believe it or not. These protesters, I believe I've said it before, they're all paid. They're all paid. They're all liberals. And for some reason, they all love the idea of socialism. Well, communism, because that's what it is. And they're trying to do another George Floyd thing where, you killed this, you shot a woman. Now, I can clearly see by watching the video, I'm going to give you my opinion on all this. Okay. You don't really see anything up to that point where she lets her lesbian lover off. I guess she's married to. And then she proceeds to pull out into the road and block the roadway after she lets her party time friend off. Her rug-munching associate. Which I don't have anything against that, by the way. I love making fun of them. It's fun because I have so many different words I call them. But anyway, she blocks the fucking road. And apparently she was doing this all day long. This woman drove, what'd they say, 3 hours to Minneapolis to fuck with ICE agents and, to hinder them from doing their duty. And, the last time I heard that, if you fuck with a federal agent of the law like that you will be arrested and detained and then prosecuted. That's how this works, because we're a nation of laws. That's how laws work. And fucking wallet out of my pocket here. Anyway, it didn't make that thud because it was heavy from cash. It made it because it's heavy with plastic bullshit. Anyway, they're tired of fucking with this bitch. She's a hollering, I guess, her and her partner's hollering shit at them, calling them racists and, whatever. Because they keep telling everybody that ICE is deporting citizens, and they're not. They're clearly not. They're arresting citizens that try to keep them from doing their jobs. when you're standing in the way of progress, you're going to get your ass, cuffed and stuffed. So they're tired of fucking with this bitch because apparently she'd been fucking with them all day that day. And then she's mouthing off to them, and they're like, look, we're tired of your shit. Get out of the car. You're under arrest. Well, instead, she starts, the bunch of people make commotion, start screaming and hollering, because that's what liberals do, with their blue hair and their septum nose rings. They get to hollering, screaming, and squealing. Well, she backs up, then cuts her wheels the other fucking way, cuts them to the right, and there's an agent standing in front of her. So the other guy's trying to get her door open. He's reaching in there trying to hit the power lock to get the door open to drag her out. Well, she throws it down in drive and takes off, and she nudges this other officer with her bumper. She clearly nudges him. Now, whether or not she meant to nudge him or anything, I think she was just trying to get away from keeping... She was trying to keep from the guy dragging her out of the car, is what she was doing. And she panicked. She's trying to get away, and she was probably thinking in her mind, this guy's going to move or I'm going to hit him. And this guy apparently was drugged down the road last year by a vehicle and had to have a bunch of stitches in his leg. They tore his leg open and all this other shit, which I get why, And then as soon as she lunged at him, he grabbed for his fucking gun, which you can see in the video. Now, these Democrats like Jeffries and all them, they're all trying to say that, hey, he reached for his gun ahead of time. Any officer of the law, whenever you start to resist arrest and you're in a, 6,000 pound automobile, they're going to draw their weapons and go, get out of the fucking car or else. Most of them tase you. But she was classified as using her vehicle as a weapon, which you can do, whether it's for good or bad. They probably thought it was good, but I don't think she meant to hit the guy, but it just happened. And then, if it was me, if I would have lunged and hit somebody, I'd have stopped right there because I don't want to run over and kill nobody. I mean, unless they're coming after me and unless, I'm in a situation where I think I'm going to lose my life because there's like some angry assholes coming at me. But it's different when it's law enforcement. Me, I would have never blocked the road for that, number one. And number two, if they would have come up to me and wanted to question me, I would have answered their questions the best of my knowledge, and I would have probably shut my vehicle off and put my hands where they can see them. That's what you do when a cop pulls you over. You put your hands up where they can see them, you put them on top of the steering wheel, you shut your engine off, and you await instructions. That's what you do to make the process go smooth. So you can get the fuck out of there, they can get the fuck out of there and get back to doing what they're doing. That's what happens to so many black folks that, resist arrest. They don't feel that they should have to show their hands or answer to anybody, which when it's the law, you have to. You have to do that. So this woman nudges him, he pulls out his gun, fires a shot, and she's running away, he fires a couple more. Now, the one was at the corner of the windshield, hit her in the head. She was dead. She was driving dead, pretty much. Her car swerved her head. Everybody's seen the video 9 million times. I don't have to sit here and fucking explain the shit. But regardless of what is going on, she did hit the guy with the car. Whether it was a tap or whether she ran clear over the motherfucker and spun the fucking hide off of his fucking back, it doesn't matter. A hit is a hit is a hit. And to fucking law enforcement, especially federal law enforcement, you're going to have this. Because the law is the same for no matter if you're a state cop, or if you're a sheriff's deputy, or if you're, a fucking town cop. You have a weapon, you're trained to use it, and you're going to use it if you feel that your life is going to be threatened. So they're dragging this out, trying to be, we're going to put a statue of her up every fucking place. What you need to do is put a statue of her up next to George Floyd and him punching her in the fucking gut. And with a gun to her fucking head with the other fucking hand is what you need to do, because he wasn't nothing but a fucking thief anyway. They were tired of fucking with him, but he overdosed. That's what killed him. They're trying to say that, the cops killed him because he cut off his airway with his knee and he suffocated. No, he didn't. The motherfucker overdosed on the fucking fentanyl that he was on, or heroin, or whatever the fuck he was on. He was fucking druggy. So anyhow, all this stuff is just bullshit. And then all those fucking Democrats getting on there, running their mouth, especially old Tampon Timmy, the governor of Minnesota, and the mayor of Minneapolis. Those two are the biggest pieces of shit. And you can tell that they have been paid off many, many times. And they're all part of that fraud out there that's going on. Those Somalis are so fucking inbred and retarded. They could have never pulled this off on their own. They had to have help. Now, Tampon Timmy, he knows what's going on, and they're loading his bank account up. So there he is. He's got it. Hey, I'm collecting money. I'm, more money than I'll ever fucking know to spend or do with. But hey, I got it. Mayor of Minneapolis, he's, hey, I'm getting that money too. And I even learned a couple Somali words to, make them accept me, which they will kill you anyway, motherfucker. If they start to rule Minneapolis, they will kill you. It's just a matter of time. Because that's the Sharia law way. If you're not part of Sharia law and you're not praying like a fucking Muslim all the time, they're going to kill you. They will murder you, because that's what the Quran says. Anybody that's not Muslim needs to die. So that's their fucking philosophy. Mine is, if you don't want to live free with the rest of us, and you don't want to assimilate into all our cultures, and you don't want to fly our flag, get the fuck out of my country. We don't fucking need you here. Get the fuck out. Especially you Somalis and you Muslim motherfuckers, get out of my fucking country. You are not welcome here. You need to get out. You need to self-deport, or we're going to drag you the fuck out of here, because you need to be gone. Because this is a crock of shit. We don't need Sharia law. And you can clearly sit here and if you sit here and look at the evidence and you watch the news and you see what's going on, these fucking people, these Democrats, so-called Democrats, they are all communists, and they want this country to fail. They want to sell this country to the highest bidder, and they will if they get their way. That's why we need to keep those motherfuckers out of the president's seat. Because if we elected another Democrat as president, everything that Trump has did was just going to go right back to open borders and flying in fucking illegals and high fucking prices everywhere. This shit is just going to just turn around, and we're going to take 1,000 steps back from, where we started before. And that's clearly what will happen. And we need to educate our young, these Gen Z morons. I don't really blame them for being themselves like this, because you have to shape young minds. Young minds have to be shaped. And your brain isn't fully developed till you're about 25 years old anyway. So you're a real fucking idiot until you're about 25 or 30. So what has happened here is they quit teaching history in schools. They quit teaching U.S. history. They quit teaching world history. They brought gender ideology studies in the mix. They brought stuff in saying that communism and socialism is good. Well, they're the same thing. And they get these kids to thinking that, Sharia law is a good thing. I even saw a video earlier this morning that had
A bunch of little kindergartners, little white and black kids. The teacher was teaching them how to fucking pray to Allah. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? She needs fucking fired. That bitch needs put in jail. And she was teaching them fucking words in Somali and fucking Muslim and... I guess it's the same. Like, it don't matter. They're both the same. They're both trash. And they're really fucking stupid because they're all fucking inbred. These people fuck their sisters. I thought West Virginia was bad. Ha! Ha! The lowest IQ in West Virginia is still smarter than the fucking Somalis and the Muslims. That's why I say they had help from Democrats doing all this shit. They had their hand in it. They had their help doing it. So all this is because they had help. They didn't orchestrate this by themselves. And believe me, they consulted a bunch of other fucking liberal idiots. How do we make it look like our paperwork was all stolen to, these daycares to make it look like, we didn't commit fraud? Well, we'll just say that they broke in through a block wall. How does that happen? Whoa. Boy, and they knew exactly where the fucking file cabinet is. They busted the wall out right next to it. And just took all the stuff. Oh my God. They took all our documents stating that we're a daycare and how many kids we have here. There ain't no fucking kids in there. It's a goddamn building where they're all in there sitting on their fucking asses eating fucking raunchy fucking food and cow shit with their fingers. And got a bunch of little bastards running around fucking squirting shit all over the fucking place. That's what they got in there. They ain't no fucking daycare. And then they can't even spell. That's the funniest part. I've seen so many memes with the Leering Center road on there. Oh, fuck me. And I saw one real funny meme that made me laugh my ass off. They were reenacting the movie Titanic, where Leo DiCaprio is painting, what the fuck's her name? I forget her fucking name, but she's fucking hot. You get to see her boobies. So that's the best part of the movie. I always fast forward to that and see that. I can see Rose's tits, then I'm good. I don't have to watch the rest of the movie because I don't care. And it showed them doing that with Tampon Tim laying on the couch, and Ilhan Omar was painting him. And then it showed the end of the Titanic sinking, and he was in the water and she was up on the fucking door floating, and she's saying how she couldn't help him out with the fraud that they were committing and stuff, and he sank in the water like Leo DiCaprio did. And then in the background you see Trump and Vance, or it was Trump and it wasn't Trump and Vance, it was Trump and that Kristi Noem floating on one of the survivor boats. They was floating around because they had them guys running around looking for survivors. They was floating around in the background, waving at them and shit. So, that was a very funny fucking meme. Look that up on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. I'm not on TikTok no more. I got rid of the app because I was tired of hearing the fucking crazy shit. But you can still see TikTok videos on Facebook because they have the reels on there all the time. And, even YouTube has them. They're put on there as shorts. But I have some shorts on there, so check them out. Check out my shorts. Get the fucking views up on my shorts because they're pretty good. They mostly have the Chevelle in them. I have one here, the truck, that's real short. But I have a bunch of the Chevelle, pictures. It's like a picture roll of the drag strip and burnouts and when it was in primer, when it was painted, shit like that. But anyway, yeah, we definitely, as you can see, they're definitely getting their shit together. I think they're going to need more help. I don't think ICE is going to be enough. I think he's going to have I think the National Guard's already in there. I think. Can't quote me on that because I'm not real sure. But he needs to get the military in there, and all those protesters will mysteriously disappear when the military gets there. They will be gone. But they're all paid by a couple of different networks, and George Soros is one of them. It wouldn't surprise me if Bill Gates is in on it. But he's more like poisoning us. He likes to poison us instead. He wouldn't want to hang around anybody other than other rich assholes, that are just like him. So, but anyhow, they're on here. They're on the news. All the Democrat communists, they're all on here lying. And the mayor of Philadelphia, fuck you. Whatever. I don't remember his fucking name. Go fuck yourself. These people are calling for like National Guard in their state to rise up against federal agents. That is clearly fucking treason for one, and that's inciting civil war. Come on now, really? You're that power hungry? But it's communism, so really I shouldn't be surprised. It's communism at its fucking finest, and these people are douchebag assholes. They need dealt with. And these folks that are in Congress, that are that are senators, that are communist, we just need to get them out of there. There would be no impeaching, none of that bullshit, because impeachment doesn't work. They've impeached fucking Biden 900 fucking times, and that just wasted time and money. So, Republicans, you got to get off your asses. Mike Johnson and all you guys got to get off your asses and quit being retarded. Show us that you have the power. Show us that you have the majority. Do something about it. Arrest somebody. Arrest these fucking idiots. Ilhan Omar, get her the fuck out of here. She is a Muslim fucking Somali cunt. She needs fucking through the fuck out of here. Get her out of here. Get fucking Waltz the fuck out of here. Get Jeffries out of here. Schumer, all of them. Get them the fuck out of here. Just make them disappear. That's all you got to do. These other assholes will straighten the fuck up then. They might run their mouths and say, he's a dictator, he's this, he's that. And then they're talking about Venezuela, how they're pissed. The Venezuelans are mad. These people are free now. We have made them free. We freed them from a fucking communist dictator piece of shit that they have had to endure for a long time. These people deserve another chance, and they need to hold an election. You need to get two people, you need to get some parties made up together. I would recommend leaning right as far as possible, because the left is just sour now. There is no left anymore. You've basically, cut off your left hand. You don't have one anymore. All you can rely on is the right one. So they really need to clean up Congress and the Senate and get all these communists out of there. Because I'm telling you, if we did everything that Washington did, we would be going down there and we would be removing these people with force, and we would be having public hangings down here, because that's what Washington and his group of fellas did. When they liberated the fucking country from the British, that's what they did. They drug officers out, hung them, shot them, did firing squads. That's what you do. So it's like, this is the only way. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, I'm such a brutal asshole. But you gotta be. You gotta be a fucking barbarian. You got to be. You have to be that in order to keep order. And I think that we shouldn't have a conceal carry. We should have a open carry. Everybody should be required to pack heat on them. Everybody should have a gun on them at all times. I don't care what it is you're doing. It should be like putting your pants on. You should put your pants on, strap your fucking gun on, and go to work. Go to the store. Go to the gas station. Just go outside, walk around your fucking house and do shit. You should have a gun on you at all times, and it should be locked and loaded. You would be surprised at the crime that would fucking fall. Because when you're out and you look around you and everybody else is packing heat along with yourself, yeah, nobody's going to be pulling anything stupid. Because the only time you get out that gun is to protect yourself against some fucking asshole that's, dumb enough to rob something while you and 10 other people were fucking armed. Because shit like that won't go on no longer. It's like a guy come in there to rob a convenience store, and there's 5 of you in there with a fucking gun. You pull your fucking gun out and run it there next to his fucking head. Yeah, he's gonna want to drop his gun. And that's when you detain him till the cops come and then they arrest the motherfucker. Because that ain't right. That's why we have laws. That's why there is laws in our country. Because you can't be fucking robbing, stealing, and then expecting you deserve it. Hey, I lost my fucking welfare because, I'm capable of working a job. So they took my food stamps away, and I'm pissed. I'm just going to go out here and steal everything. Well, you can't do that. You cannot do that. So, anyhow. Both of the Panther cars are definitely going to get a lift kit. Because all this mud and shit that I had to waller through all week. The mud really isn't the problem. It's when it freezes. And you have to go in the trails where triaxles have went. And they're tall. Their tires are a lot taller than mine, and they cut deeper down in the mud than what my car does. So you have ridges of where the mud rolled up over their tires on the inside and outside, and then that freezes, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to get up in there to where I park to get my piece of equipment to do my job. And it is a pain in the ass, and it's a risk. Now, the thing about the Mercury is there's no skid plate under it. I might try to make one for it if I can. Just something that I can get on and get off easily. Might have my dad help me design something like that. He's good at that shit. If we can make something out of it don't have to be anything extremely thick, just whatever tin we have down here, it's available. We could make a skid plate, put it under the fucking engine so nothing can puncture the oil pan or, because it looks like somebody already just about punctured the oil pan on it once before, if you look on that other video. But I think the car looks pretty good with the bigger tires on it. And when I lift both these cars, I'm going to put 1/2-inch spacers on behind the wheels to get the wheels to stick out a little bit. So it'll have that awesome mean look. The tires will be out. Plus, lifting it 3 inches will make an impact too. So when the summertime gets here, the cop car wheels are going to go back on the cop car. I have Mercury wheels on it right now with winter treads, and I'm going to get bigger tires for the cop car wheels, and I'm going to get bigger tires for these 18-inch Mustang wheels I have to put on the Mercury for summertime. That way I can save on tires, because I'll have a set of winter treads for them, and I'll have a set of summer. The summers are probably going to be kind of rough, I guess. I'll have to keep them rough because there's still going to be rainy days in the summertime and in the fall where I have to drive through deep mud to get to my job. So, plus I could probably keep weight in both of these cars all year long. I won't have to move it out. Which, that kind of sucks, but I can do that. So, anywho, everybody, that's all I got for now. It's raining, it's miserable, it's shitty. So, we'll see y'all on the next one. And like, share, comment, subscribe. And next week's going to be a little bit cooler. So, everybody, have a good fucking weekend. One other thing before I take off. I had a letter from the state of Maryland come to me. I thought it was a scam at first. Back in the days of COVID, I remember I was laid off for a week for COVID. My sister keeps sending messages on my fucking phone. She's blowing my phone up right now. Anyway, the state of Maryland, the Workforce Exchange Labor Department sent me this letter stating that because I did not identify myself to them, that I owed them, that I committed fraud on unemployment during COVID when we were all laid off from our jobs and they was trying to shut the country down with their little COVID hoax. Well, their virus they put out to try to kill everybody. Anyhow, Jesus Christ. She keeps putting them, that's a distraction. But anyway, they said that I owed them back paid unemployment that I didn't even draw. I didn't even fucking have unemployment. I didn't draw none of it. Because I know that the federal government was throwing in money. Okay. Now, what happened here was they're accusing me of committing fraud, of overdrawing like $8,000. And they said that I was going to have to pay $8,000 and that I could appeal this letter if I appeal it before 30 days of the date on the top of the letterhead. So I can't call them throughout the day because when I work, I have no signal where I work. I can't make phone calls. I can't receive phone calls. All that shit blows up on my phone after I get down off the fucking mine. When I get down off the hill, then my phone goes nuts. And all these messages and phone calls and shit start blasting into my phone. And texts and all this other shit. So anyhow, since my wife works from home, I made her call in because she got a letter too. They said that she owed him $7,000. So, and she did draw it though. She drew it for a good while and then went back to work. That's when they started the work from home thing for her. So anyhow, she waited on the line. It was a ridiculous amount of time because the state of Maryland with the unemployment stuff, the Department of Labor, they really fuck around on their phone lines. I don't know if they do that on purpose or if their phone system's just fucking stupid or what. But anyhow, shit. She got through. Jesus Christ, I can't even keep my train of thought here. She did get through on it, and they wanted the ID. But what you got to do is you got to email these people. They give you an email address. You have to request a face call and all this information. They want to see all this information. And then they give you an appointment date to where you have to do a face call so they can identify you to make sure that you are who you say you are. And you have to have all this fucking documentation and bullshit. But you know, if it'll get me out of, you know, paying them $8,000, so be it. I'll tough through it. So I had to take off work on Wednesday because I can't do this at work because nobody can get a hold of me. So I have to do all this shit between 9:30 and 9:40 on Tuesday morning. So that's awesome. And now I had to send them a picture of my license front and back so they can scan it and get all the information because they obviously can't read the front of it. So stupid. And they got to match up the picture of me. So I've changed since then because that's a really old picture. The picture's like 15 fucking years old. So 15 years ago, I still had red hair and my beard wasn't as long and bushy. I had like basically stubble on my face. And so I hope they don't turn around and go, oh, well, yeah, it's not you on there. You owe us money. Because they are fast to judge. So, anyhow, I hope that works out for me because I don't need to be paying unemployment in. And I do owe Pennsylvania money because of the heritage thing. I owe them money in unemployment because they decided that I owe them. They went ahead and they wanted me to pay them back for May and June that I drew unemployment off of them because I made a mistake. I went back to work and then I quit a job. Like after 14 hours, I went back to the same company that under a different name now because they own the fucking company again. So they scrapped the heritage name and calling it something else now. So, I worked there for 14 hours and then mistakenly, like clockwork, because I make mistakes, I'm a human, and I fall into a rut where I'm a creature of habit. I do things over and over and over and not think about them. So I went ahead and I did a web cert by mistake and forgot to report my earnings. And then when I caught it, I let them know about it. They had basically caught it at the same time as I caught it. And I had already sent it in. And then so I called them to straighten it out. They recorded 3 conversations they had with me, plus one over at the Old Heritage. They called the guy that hired me. I know the guy, and he fucking lied about the reason I left. The reason I left is because I can't crawl around on the ground. They wanted me to run the truck and maintenance the fucking thing too. And it's like, no, I can't do both. And I definitely can't maintenance it because I just can't crawl around on the ground. My knees are shot. It's because I've been an obese, overweight, fat fuck for 13 or 14 years. I just can't get down on my knees like that anymore. It hurts. My knees are fucking shot. It feels like there's a handful of gravel in those motherfuckers and I'm walking upstairs. So it just feels like somebody's cutting my legs off when I get down on my kneecaps. And that could be on a fucking soft fucking bed of pillows and it would still hurt a little bit. So anyhow, they decided that I'm a liar, and because it's my word against the employer that I quit working for those reasons, which were truthful, they went ahead and said that I hated my truck. He hates his truck, that's why he quit. No, I quit because I had a hell of a time getting in the truck because the fucking ladders were so goddamn high. It's like, the ladders were at my fucking waist. That was the bottom rung was at my waist, and I could not get my foot up there. And then when I did, I couldn't get my foot in the next rung because the goddamn rung was so close to the fucking bumper. My foot is fucking 12 inches long, and that fucking ladder rung is 2 inches fucking wide. So I couldn't get my foot in it. I couldn't stand on it. I was afraid of falling the fuck down off of it. I couldn't get up on there. So I had to have a guy in a loader come pick me up to the fucking bumper. So I get on top of the bumper, so I get on the ladder and get the rest of the way up there, which had plenty of room, I might add. And I've been in those trucks a bunch. It didn't make shit bit of difference to me what kind of fucking truck I ran. It could have been fucking 800 fucking years old, and I wouldn't give a fuck, because you still make the same money no matter what you're running. So they decided to punish me. So they're saying that I owe them $1,700. And I am saying this to you, Pennsylvania, go fuck yourself. Because I don't care. You can intercept my taxes all you fucking want to. If I get a tax return, I guess you can have it, because you're going to take it anyway, I guess. I don't know if they can do that, because I don't live in the state of Pennsylvania. I live in Maryland, so I don't know if they can do that or not, but whatever. I'm not admitting any guilt. I caught the problem. I tried to fix it. So they told me basically to fuck myself. So they can go eat a dick. So anyway, unemployment for states just fucking sucks ass. Because there's always some asshole that wants to run one right square up your ass. They want to run a meat hook up there all the time and, fuck you over. So, because for some reason, like the power company and the states around here think that I'm the richest person in the state. They think that I have all this money. And it's like, my net worth is like zero, because I don't have any fucking money. Because if I did have a bunch of fucking money that these people are claiming that I apparently don't have, but they think I have, I wouldn't have to work. I could just sit here on my ass and do nothing. I could make a whole bunch of videos of me working on fucking cars and teaching people shit. No, I can't do that because I don't make that kind of money. So anyway, fuck this. Fuck it. I'm done aggravating myself. But if something happens to where I have to draw unemployment again, I will refuse. I will starve first, because that is a joke. You pay that in, that's your money. You are deserving of it. And one other thing, I hope they abolish income tax. They make it unconstitutional, because it is, and property tax. We don't need to be paying those taxes over and over and over. Property tax, you should only have to pay it once when you purchase it, then that's it. Then income taxes, we shouldn't have to pay income tax. All we should have to pay taxes on is the goods that we buy. Because that way, we have more money in our pockets. We can go buy whatever the fuck we want all the time. I would have so much more money if it wouldn't be for them soaking me in taxes. They take half my fucking paycheck in taxes. I'd have like $2,600. I'd have a $2,600 check every week if it wouldn't be for taxes. I mean, Jesus Christ. When I get my fucking check, it's like $900 every fucking week. And it's like, what the fuck? Where'd all my money go? Well, we just decided to fucking take it because we didn't think, and then make me pay in at the end of the year and say I didn't pay enough taxes. You're fucking shitting me. Fucking douchebags. And that's what happens too when you get married. Don't get married, people. It ain't worth it. Don't get married. Pretend that you're married. Just pretend. So you can file separately, and if you have a kid, then you can collect. Because it was like, before I got married, we was getting like $7,000 or $8,000 in federal fucking taxes back. Well, the combination of state and federal. It was like almost $8,000 every fucking year we were getting in tax returns. So it was fucking awesome. But then when you slide a ring on somebody's finger, all of it turns to shit. Your credit fucking drops down to jack shit. And everything, all your fucking taxes go up and everything goes up your fucking ass and breaks off. So don't get married. Don't get fucking married. You can all reproduce. That's fine. Just don't get married. Don't fucking waste your time. Because it is a fucking scam by the church and state and the federal government. And they will run one up your fucking ass on marriage. That's for sure. Because my asshole is sore as fuck from being fucked over all the time. So anyhow, like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. So, everybody, have a good one. Have a good weekend again. See you all in the next one.